In schools, we are taught subjects such as mathematics, English, history, and science. And many of these subjects have laid the foundation for the kinds of jobs that we have today. There's one valuable skill that is very important, but we weren't really taught, and that is emotional intelligence. Were you ever taught how to identify and deal with your own emotions? Understand the emotions of others? Understand how your perception of others affects your emotions or how their perception of you affects their emotions. These are the social skills that everyone needs to deal with and handle our day-to-day lives, yet we were never really taught. Emotional intelligence can be used to describe how well individuals can manage their own emotions and how they react to the emotions of others. Interestingly, having emotional intelligence is not just a necessary social skill needed to get ahead in life. It helps manage conflict resolution when you can read the emotions of others and respond appropriately, or help to keep your own emotions in check so it doesn't cause a situation to escalate beyond what is necessary to resolve the issue at hand. To explore emotional intelligence, there are 3 important areas that we all need to understand. The first is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the first step to understanding emotional intelligence because if you don't understand your own emotions, there's no way you can understand others. It is the ability to identify and understand our own emotions that determines what impact you will have on others. But can we even identify the emotions we feel every day? If you are aware of your emotions and your subsequent behaviors, you can begin to manage these emotions and behaviors and create a more positive outcome. It is a known fact that our emotions affect our mood, our behaviors, performance, and interactions with other people. This is because self-awareness involves having an accurate assessment of what you are capable of, knowing when you need help, and knowing what triggers you emotionally. At every time of the day, we all go through different emotions. But the question is, are we aware of these emotions? And if we are, do we know that they can affect not just us, but people around us? Being self-aware is the first step to understanding emotional intelligence because people who are aware of their emotions can be more confident and more creative. This helps them to make better decisions, communicate more effectively, and build stronger relationships. After becoming fully aware of our emotions and their impacts, the next important area to understand about emotional intelligence is handling these emotions. 1. Self-regulation. Self-regulation or self-management gives us the ability to handle and manage our emotions and behaviors. It is one thing to be self-aware of our emotions, but if we cannot manage them, then how emotionally intelligent are we? Just imagine knowing that you are angry about something your supervisor did at work. But if you cannot manage your anger, you flare up and raise your voice at him. What happens next? Unfortunately, those who cannot handle negative emotions usually set up a chain reaction of negative emotions in others. So, your supervisor could decide to also get angry and at the very least discipline you. It could also lead to you losing your job, which will disrupt your life, all because you couldn't handle your emotions. Once we learn to handle emotions, especially negative ones, and keep them under control, we can adapt to various situations and create a more positive outcome. Self-awareness and self-regulation have to do with a person's internal emotions and how we communicate to affect the feelings of ourselves and others. But the third area to understand emotional intelligence deals with the emotions of other people using our empathy or social awareness. Social awareness, much like self-awareness, is the ability to understand emotions, but expands that awareness beyond ourselves to understand other people. It allows us to try to understand how another person is feeling through things we see or hear, such as body language, facial expressions, or the tone or volume of their voice. 3. Empathy. Empathy has 3 components. It allows us to identify and discern what others are feeling. It allows us to share this emotion by attempting to feel what they are feeling. And it gives us the desire to improve their experience and our experience through some sort of action. Being socially aware is not just about feeling how they feel in that situation. Rather, it is about actually knowing how they feel. People who empathize tend to be kind and tend to be better equipped to handle people's situations. Social skills such as emotional intelligence are not taught, but there are ways to learn these skills because they are important in our life if we want to succeed. So, how can one learn these emotional intelligence skills? 1. Work on your self-awareness. To learn to be self-aware, we have to be mindful of our emotions. Experts suggest that we take out time at the end of the day to think about our reactions to daily events. But we won't stop at minding our emotions. We have to reflect on what could have triggered us, things that could have been done better, and look for opportunities that can help us develop more. Mindfulness practices through meditation are great at bringing these to the forefront. 2. Become aware of your emotional triggers. To learn these social skills of emotional intelligence, we need to be aware of the emotions that trigger us. But do you know how you were triggered? And do you even recognize the trigger as it is happening? To find our triggers, we need to isolate, anticipate, and control aspects of our interactions with other people that can easily set us off. If we can identify these triggers, we would be able to adapt our behavior so we can control our emotional responses. Journaling is a great way of keeping track of these triggers to see if you can begin to recognize a trend. And after you recognize a trend, do something to keep these triggers from bulldozing your emotions. 3. Read. We can learn emotional intelligence skills by reading literature. There have been studies that have shown that reading literature with complex characters can improve empathy. This is because reading from other people's perspectives allow us to gain insights into the way we think, what motivates them, and the kind of actions they take. You can then begin to think how you would react in that same situation to change the outcome. Emotional intelligence is important to succeed in life because it equips you with the skills to be a better person, communicate effectively, have self-control, be more aware of who you are, and allow you to handle stress better. These are also excellent traits if you aspire to be a great leader. What will you do, starting today, to improve your emotional intelligence? And with that, we've come to the end of this video. For more videos like this, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching.